to you for giving me golden opportunity to deliver my speech. Ma'am, my name is Ganga Prasad Don't from Paris Waspur Jaunpur, and here I am present for one of the most global topics, that is the globalization. And I think before starting my topics, globalizations, I would like to mention three questions, and I would like to tell you that one of the most important things. And when we look around ourselves, and we find that there are lots of things which we are using, like cameras, like digital gadget, we can say the mobiles, and we can see the food. And recently we have seen that new food is scattered all over India's, like the dragon fruit is also known as the kamalam. And here we see that the Indian peoples now want more freedom, and they want to do as like the European culture adopted and lots of things, and they want to adopt lots of facilities, and want lots of facilities. And you can see that they want to live as like whole freedom, and what type of freedom they want, they want to achieve it. So ma'am, firstly I would like to tell one by one what is the globalization and when it starts, and what is the demerit and what is the merit of globalization, and what is the Indian globalization also. Ma'am, firstly I would like to, what is the exact definitions of globalization? Ma'am, globalization is a rapid integration of economic as well societies. And ma'am, you can see that, and how it happened that it flows, because you know that what is interchanging of the culture, interchanging of the, and we can say that the integrations of economics and society, and we can say that in sense of finance, technology, goods, services, and even peoples are sharing here and there. This is called the globalization. And even talking about when it starts, then the concept of globalization exists in India's, or we can say that in the society, in the time immemorials. But we can say that during the 17th and 18th century, when the colonization start in the England, and at the same time France is also doing in such a type areas. And when, but the we can see that the consequences of the colonialism is called as the globalization. And there are the three or four agencies working behind the globalization. First is the International Monetary Funds and the World Trade Organization, World Banks, and the WHO, we can say the World Health Organization. And WTO plays a major roles for the globalization. First, we can say that they put a barrier to the developing country which adopts the globalization, which they liberalize and privatize their policies to make, to give the more freedom to the companies, multinational corporations. We can say that lots of the multinational companies, and we can say that we are know about that very well, that multinational corporations plays a significant role for the globalization. And when we're talking about the globalizations, multinational corporations looking around the world where they can produce their product in a cheaply manner, and they make the profit in a very high. We can say that they sell their goods and things in a high price. And so we can say that these are playing major role. And but I would like to mention, because we are living in the India, so I would like to tell about the Indian globalizations. And when our India is become freedom in 1947, the situation of India is very bad, and the poor peoples are in a large amount. And when we can say that the increment of population increasing by the leaps and bounds, but these limited sources are there, and they are not connected to the, and we can say that the self-sufficient agrarian system was destroyed in the India, and by which the problem is increasing day by day. But Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the Prime Minister of India, adopted the mixed economics. But mixed economics not fruitful of our India's, and because it binds the companies, they cannot come here to India, and they're restricted. So I think this is and I think when the Parvi Narasimha Rao's in 1991, they adopted the liberalization privatization policies in 1991, and by which then this era was called as the globalization. And ultimately we can say that there are lots of demerit, but I am not talking about the demerit, because the benefit of globalization is much more than the demerit. So overall I want to say that the globalization changed our life very easy, and we are enjoying the fruit of globalization. So I think all countries, whatever here it is developed or it is developing, we should adopt the globalization. Overall I want to say that this is all about the globalization topic. Thanks for listening.